Hi, so here we are at the 1 year mark with my HIUT Denim hack jeans. These are just about to go in for their second wash. At the moment, as you see them, they're pretty much 1 year, one wash. I actually did my first wash at 5 months. I got my timing wrong. So since then I've worn them for 7 months to bring it up to the year, just because I wanted to sort of try and do it every 6 months, so I sort of averaged it out. But even after 7 months of very regular wear, there's been no issues with smell or anything like that. I wear them almost daily, albeit not for a whole day. Every night I just air them out, I hang them up just with the belt loops and a hanger just off the curtain rail. And really, there is no smell. There's no issue. I've not had to Febreze them. I've not had to freeze them. It's all been fine. The wear's coming on nicely. After my first wash, it wasn't very impressive. The fades weren't coming in very well, I didn't think. But now, if we just have a sort of quick look down through the jeans, I would say that it's actually starting to feel like what I'd call the proper real denim experience. And this is my first sort of go on this, so I think it's looking good. It's worth the effort. So if we start from the top here, you know, the sort of whiskers around the crotch coming in very nicely. On the right hand side, my right hand side as I wear them, you can start seeing the shape of my iPhone coming through. You can start to see where the keys hang and put more wear in there. That's a quarter leather bottle hook, which is great. I've done a review on that if you want to check it out. In the little jeans pocket, I carry a small Swiss Army knife, so you can start seeing the outline of that coming through, and it's all looking really good. Hopefully that'll improve with the wash. What I would say is just there in the crotch there, it's starting to wear through. I'll see if I can zoom in on that a bit. Yeah, that's becoming very threadbare, and ultimately that's about to split just there. So after this wash, I'll be sending those back to HIUT for some darning, and hopefully get a lot more life out of them. Going down the jeans, obviously there's quite a lot of wear on the knees. You know, I've got very young children, and I spend a lot of my time chasing around, and hence the knees are very worn. You can start seeing sort of whiskers coming out from that on the sides. That's quite nice. You can also see the taping, if you will. So it's not a selvage seam, but you can see the taping. You can see a little line coming through there, which is quite nice. On the inseam there, dual colour threading, which is cool. Nothing much going on beyond that. You know, so that's pretty much sort of raw darkness at the bottom there. I'll just quickly flip them over and have a look at the back. So on the back, nothing much to report. As at the 6 month mark, you can start seeing the lining of the pocket. It's lined halfway down, so that's quite nice to see the sort of the additional fading around that detail. Got a nice red rivet. Nothing too exciting going on around the back. On the back of the knees, the honeycomb, if you will, you know, it is struggling to come through. I can't quite work it out. What I would say also is on the right hand knee, whether it's a sort of a snag or a failure of the material, there's a little slash through there, which will also need some darning. I think it's probably either I've caught it on something or the material's failed, because it doesn't seem sort of to be concurrent with any serious wear. So that needs to be looked at. And then working back down, there is some light stacking going on, but nothing too noteworthy at the bottom there. Okay, so these are about to go in for a wash. It will be with good old Woolite. As I did last time, I did a 40 degree 1 hour soak in the bath. There was no shrinkage from that, so I'm going to see if I can get it a little bit hotter and see if I can shrink these just a little bit, because what I've found with raw denim, and this is probably common to lots of other people's experiences, is that because you're not constantly putting through a washing cycle, you never get to shrink them back down once they've stretched out. So normally I'd have said that I was a 34 waist on jeans at the point of washing. But if you buy a 34 waist, they'll stretch out to 35, 36, and it's far too big really. So with the last pair of jeans I bought, which were Levi 511s, I went down one whole size, so I went down 34 to 32. I could have gone down to 31 and probably 30. They really do stretch that much around the waistband. The leg, not so much, not so bad. It all just depends whether you want to cuff them, really. So I think that's probably about it. If they come out really different after the wash, I'll put up a quick rundown. But if not, you know, this is how they are at the 1 year mark. So as I say, really enjoyed having these, really enjoyed my first raw denim experience. These will be going back to HIUT for some, you know, basic darning around the crotch, just to give it a bit more strength. That patch on the back of the knee. But yeah, great jeans. I really have enjoyed them. Really enjoy the company HIUT. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.